Caller, that may change your sequence now.
Yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he is in. Raiders taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
10 at their own 23. Now a give, right side. London, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
On 2nd down now. London. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Pick there by Nick Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw is Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, 75 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Take 4.
3rd and 2, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now it's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll run on 1st down. London. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 36, Watson. He finds Robinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
On 1st down, London. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
24's the mic. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They'll They'll try the left side. London, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Third down.
Ninth play of the drive and a country mile.
Hey, 59! 24's the mark. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. 24's the mic. I want that. 59. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And it's caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is it. 19. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll try the left side. Kemp. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Check 9. Check 9. 59. 59. Hey, 59. 24's the mic.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the... And it's a touchdown! Deshaun Watson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
25. 43's the mic. Man, that's hard. 43's the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43.
After the interception, here's Watson, fighting to stay upright. Now he's forced out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Check, 43. 24.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down. You got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on fourth down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they take a 17-14 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for three. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change. Out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going.
Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. He was looking for Parker that time.
So that's back an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
We want it. Come to my world. Jumper, 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 jumper. Line up.
They'll run on first down. London. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. It's complete to Robinson. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Now, 180. Mike by 4. Take me out. Here we go. 180.
Carr now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. To throw again. Carr. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Mike by 4.
On first and 10, here's Carr. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 43 is the mic.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a loose football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
No. 31. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Watson now to throw. He's got Fuller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36.
Tight end's right. Hey. 4 down.
Again, it's Watson. Oh, he shifts past him. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's complete to Hopkins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll try the left side. Kemp. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
49, check 49, check 49. Okay, spell. 57. Let's go, D. 26.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Ooh, the juke. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Mike's 43. Get that quarterback at all costs. 43 is the Mike. 43 is the Mike. Man, I got you. 64.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Kyle Van Noy. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give them a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
You're mine. 54. Here we go.
On 1st down, Carr. On the crossing route, complete. That's Goodman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards. Raider first. Here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Goodman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open. open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we...
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. The score, Texans 24, Raiders 21.
What's that? 19. Let's go. Hey, 31. We got 4. We got 4. 24 is the mark.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson going to let one fly for Robinson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big-time play there for the Texans. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 1st down, Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Alert! 24 is the mic. Come off the ball. 24 is the mic. Tackles.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 9, Carr throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Carr completes it, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Hey, Roy.
Carr now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. On 1st down, Richards. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Carr to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Taylor Gabriel there to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action here on 1st down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Carr gives to Richard. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Throw left side complete. That's Goodman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And they take a knee.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
I'm here all day.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Raiders, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.